Hi, I have spent the past 2 weeks making a pyropup conspiracy theories iceberg, but then this happened, and it initially derailed all my plans, but then when going through the Lord of the Gaslighting book, I was like, wait a minute, did she just copy the theories from pyropups? I was making a deep dive into psychopups conspiracy theories, but now Okay, so everything in the iceberg is pyropups conspiracy theories written down before the Lord of the Gaslighting book came out. I will go through that first, and I also need to make this clear that if you don't believe this and you just like Cinder and want to watch her, I don't have anything against you. This is specifically about these crazy conspiracy theories. This is above the iceberg since saner pyropups don't try to disprove these ones. First is girly pops, and I'm just gonna read Vienna's response to what girly pops is, how am I related to Cinder, Bao, Numi, myself, Tricky, Yuzu. They had a group called the Girly Pop. They were absolutely the bestest of friends, went to every convention together, every panel, made a lot of music together, they had visits with each other, they talked almost every day in group chat, and none of them defended Cinder. Probably every VTuber has seen the evidence. A lot of them were Cinder's friends and decided it's wrong and Cinder has to be stopped. And not a single one of Cinder's friends stepped up to defend her. And I wanted to name them all, but it's just too fucking many to be just reading names for 5 minutes. Also Neanners, like how do you explain... Another one is this is undeniable proof of Cinder manipulating Nano. Nano says, I still love working with you and Red. And Cinder is like, oh, it makes me feel like you're okay with not working with me anymore. And you wouldn't wanna hurt me like that, would you, Nano? It was all Red, Cinder knew nothing. This is the official story before the book came out. There's many ways to disprove this one. Rarely mentioned one is Cinder DM'd Silver after her birthday model got cancelled by Red for her own benefits, and she DM'd Silver literally a few minutes after it being nice and cool and like, what? Like, I'm sure it was just coincidence, you know? Then how do you explain Cinder not breaking up with him? Theoretically, if my girlfriend done something to this level, I would have to stop myself from listening to my intrusive thoughts. But Cinder just hired him right back. Oh yeah, you sure? You destroyed my entire career, I'm sure I'm just gonna give you a chance to do it all over again. And even if she truly knew nothing, she's still together, it's still her fault. Like, your manager represents you, and if you don't check what the fuck he's doing with your name and brand, like, it's on you. And I will basically quote Cinder, I wasn't malicious, I was just grossly incompetent in my decision making over the course of years. Okay, so now you are untrustworthy because you are incredibly incompetent. This is as bad if you did it intentionally and still your fucking fault and you are still alone responsible for what happened. Like, this is literally Logan Paul's defense for why his CryptoZoo scam wasn't his fault. Like, he hired a bunch of criminals to work on CryptoZoo, so it's his fucking fault when they stole millions, because he was the one who brought them there and he was incompetent and negligent to stop them. Like, did she really think this would make her look good? Just talk it out, it shouldn't be revealed publicly. How the fuck do you do that? Like, please tell me how, because all I've ever seen from any pyropups is that it shouldn't happen and that's it, like nothing beyond that. Like, how? Explain, I really want to know what besides bad vibes have you came up with. And this is not even a joke. 80% of them just say it's bad vibes right after saying everybody else doesn't have evidence, and how sabotage, stalking and harassment is just high school drama. Do you guys remember how in 1945, at the siege of Berlin, Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin and Hitler just came together and solved their issues, talking it out, and then they made love? I know this is an absurd example and now psychopaths will say weird shit about me, but that's exactly what happened. They won the war Cinder was waging on them, by getting all that evidence, and they should just let her walk away after all those years she was hurting them. Like, it's okay to backstab your friends. Like, there was no point in talking. If they let Cinder go without it going public, she would just never stop. She would keep doing what she was doing, maybe even more. So the idea is that Shiloh has seen how much Cinder was making and seen Cinder as a threat. So through deceptions, lies, conspiracy with other creators, backstab Cinder. This is a pretty long one, but let's just start with the logistics. How the fuck would you do that? How would Shiloh carry out this psyop? Let's think of that for a second. How much operational security this would have to have for it to work like this? It's just impossible. Like, imagine you are with a group of 5 friends. Oh wait, okay, let me just set a better example. You are with your 5 Discord kittens, and one is jealous, and he wants to be the bigger, better known kitten on his server, so he just makes a bunch of shit ups, comes over and asks others, hey, do you wanna fuck over the specific kitten because people like him? Just because, no other reason? How the fuck do you think that would go if he had done that 4 times in a row? Like, people don't just usually seek out violence for fun. Especially when they could end up like Cinder if the plot is exposed, and Lily would have to do this for like at least 20 people. Almost every one of them have enough money to be financially free, so why would they take such massive risks for so little benefit? Like, all it would take for this psyop to get exposed is a single person screenshotting Lily, slipping into their DMs, recording her call, or just getting the fucking plot, because there is no way to hide your intentions with shit like this.
So I was just wondering if you'd ever considered overthrowing the government?
The proofs for this psyop. Why did this psyop happen? Kuroshi was apparently blocked by Lily. Apparently this is enough evidence that Lily is definitely hiding something somewhere. But in the same breath they criticize Bao for saying that she intentionally didn't put in the evidence showing Cinder knew about her model being canned. So let me get this straight. A screenshot showing Bao sharing that her model had been cancelled in Girly Pop's group chat, everybody else saying sorry, that's so sad and stuff, and Cinder being quiet is not enough evidence, but Lily blocking another random VTuber talking about the drama is proof Lily is the bad one. Like, you can't just block people for your own reasons. Another evidence is that Lily said Cinder is cringe when she called herself Charizard of E-card, essentially calling herself the Dream Pool and Chase card, and that's it. What did you expect? Like, anything more from this evidence that Shy Lily hated Cinder before exposé? Nah, speculation and bad vibes, that's all we got. Now, for the infighting that happens within pyropups. And here I have to give a lot of credit to the Hellhole, the Cinder's Discord server, because you will be perma-banned if you talk about drama, and it's bannable if you are parasocial. I don't know how Cinder isn't banned with this rule, but okay. They also have problem of hate groups within, making their own harassment servers, trying to get dirt on others, like their master does, but when Cinder does it is okay, but when they do it's wrong. And on top of that, even before the drama there has been harassment, shit talking in DMs, you can see in this screenshot. So the crazy definitely were causing issues before this happened. And also I was expecting something in the terms of conspiracy theories, but there was nothing. It's just the loud minority making pyropups look bad, so it's still a nice place to chill, and a big amount of them are in other VTubers Discord servers. They have profile pictures of people Cinder fucked over. It's interesting, to say the least. But also this happened before the official conspiracy theory that Cinder released came out, so maybe it's changed. There has been also a big push to like separate Cinder from pyropups, as they are their own being, existing without Cinder, and this manifests in pyropup persona or persona, and they commission art of their own pyropup, so even if a lot of them are very parasocial to Cinder, a big amount stayed just for the community. And also I don't really have that much of an idea of what's going on in these people's minds, you know, it's their own shit. It's a nice place in terms of what they think about Cinder. My best guess is they just want things to go back to normal and are letting Cinder decide on how she wants to do that. Also they cast out those who harass others. Also, I have no idea how the hellhole is doing right now after the book came out, so don't take me seriously with this one. It might be more toxic, probably. Shiley owns V-Card and she kicked Cinder out of V-Card. As Lily and gamers upset, Lily doesn't decide who gets the V-Card and doesn't, because VTubers would cause drama if they knew Lily rejected them. Lily just works on the game internally on almost everything else, except who gets a card. Cinder didn't get a card because she isn't online right now, so how do you set up a collab like that? Another very strange observation is that a majority of the crazy conspiracy theories start with "I am not a pyropup." Like what? What, my guy? Why are you spending hours writing essays about how you will fight against the haters of Cinder till the end of time? And you don't like her? Are you just that desperate to sound unbiased? Shiley got view-botted after the Cinder drama, making it appear that she has more viewers. As if like she took over Cinder's viewer base. My best guess of what happened there is that some fanatic wanted to get her banned, so he view-botted her. This is used a lot of as evidence that Shiley profited of Cinder. It's human to make mistakes. Yeah, it's human to make mistakes, but usually you don't make mistakes in the span of fucking years. Now for the big one, it was just a witch hunt. No, it was returning fire, and yes, this was designed to be a straight shot to her career. It was made to stop her from hurting others, and most importantly to get the people know who Cinder is, what she has done. And it's only Cinder's fault so many people added to the dog pile, because she made enemy of fucking everybody. So when the spearhead of the assault was done by Girly Pop, Silvervale, as huge of an artist as Nonetheless, Bao, Shiley, the fucking industry giants, everybody who was too small to say anything bad alone about Cinder, like Spite for example, she was 50k at the start of the drama, she was getting called a copycat by pyropups, changing her name because of that, and she got the chance to clear her name, so she did it. And what's funny about this is that you guys made this meme a fucking reality. Well, before Cinder made it truly real. And this is what I mean when I say there are conspiracy theories on conspiracy theories, because Cinder at least went with the diversion tactics. She said that she was jealous of Silverwhale and that's why she was so toxic to her. She said that she knew nothing what Red was doing. She acted apologetic while dismissing as much on her as she could. And you guys are saying that it was a public stoning and a plot to betray Cinder by everybody else because she was too successful. Did Cinder get harassed? Yeah. But did also everybody else? Yeah. Shiley also got harassed by pyropups. One even paid for TTS. Imagine being so desperate for attention that you pay someone you hate to tell them you hate them. Man, what a fucking power move. And of course they deleted the video they posted on Reddit after they realized how stupid it was. Proof they did it for money. Both Bao and Lily broke their hype train records like 2 weeks after the counterattack happened, so this is prime example of their backwards way of thinking. Like instead of, oh, their audience seen what they went through, they felt bad. And their communities wanted to make them happy, so they started hype trains and broke the record. And just to remind you, this is exactly what pyropups did for Cinder when they wanted her to feel better. A fuck ton of hype trains happened offline, and on her return stream she got 48, like almost breaking her record. Seeing how Cinder's audience was devoured was horrifying. And again, Cinder's fault, she did a fuck ton of collab streams with so many people, she introduced her audience to so many other VTubers. For example, if Yuzi did some horrible shit, I will just find anybody else, because you know, like, she isn't my friend, and I'm not her, so if you watch Cinder most of your time and she's gone, you just choose anybody else in the VTuber scene you like. For example, Spite went from 50k to 100k, and a lot of that was pyropups, because if Cinder hated her so much, she's probably similar. Most important is that this wasn't just Cinder's fans. This drama enveloped VTubing, created its own meme of Google Doki, my experiences with X, and that is a lot of free exposure for everybody involved, so they logically would grow from that. It's crime to show conversations. No, it fucking isn't. And even if it was, every lawyer would love to get a counter lawsuit like this on their desk. Because this is a big thing about Cinder's response in her book. Even what she said in that book is true. She could easily just sue everybody who hurt her, like Shelley wouldn't have a chance. But she cannot, because, well, obviously. Leaking private conversations with a client was unprofessional. Like, are we for real right now? Like, seriously? You guys keep asking for evidence and when you get it, it's unprofessional? It was unprofessional of Cinder to ask Nana to cancel Bao's models in the first place. Lily is evil for telling Bao who was behind her model getting canned. Oh, so Lily is evil for telling victim who was it, but the bitch who did it in the first place is okay. Ah, sure. Lily is evil because she didn't want to join a collab. Well, I'm tired. I'm just gonna let Lily respond to this one.
They were saying I dodged collabs with them. Collabs that had like 7 fucking other people in there. Collabs I was thrown into in a big ass group chat and simply said, sorry, can't do. Because I have something that day. The one person that is the reason for me dodging is the one concerned as to why I'm dodging. What about the 6 other people who were just looking at me dodging and going, oh, okay, she's busy. It's kind of weird that the only person that has a reason to be weary was actually weary. It's called projection.
Intentionally not naming Cinder during raids, and I'm just gonna let Lily respond to this one again.
I was accused of not acknowledging her when she rates. Oh, sorry. You know when Buff rated me earlier? I'm sorry for not calling Buff's full government fucking name. Buff Pup of Twitch.tv, thank you so much for your raid and bringing your community from Buff Pup from Twitch.tv over here. Now I get to say it. When she raided, she is center fucking stage. I am pausing my sponsor to talk to her. I'm having a normal ass reaction to a raid, like I have with everyone. Gotta get the full government name out there because apparently else people don't feel graced. Like, damn, I'm sorry.
Shiley was the one who got Nano to publish the document. How is that a bad thing? How? Oh, I know, it's because you guys are trying to deny Cinder did anything bad and Nano providing evidence and proof is hard to deny. This is so funny with the knowledge of hindsight of just how much Cinder was obsessing with Shiley, Silvervale. Like, she wrote 300 pages about Silvervale to try to explain that she isn't obsessed with Silvervale. Shiley was upset Cinder had become the Charizard of E-card. Why are we here? Just to suffer. No, this is completely made up. She just said it's cringe to name yourself as the most wanted card in Pokemon. Shiley will not believe anything Cinder says. And what is wrong with that? She fucked over all of her friends. Before this she said
Bao's cries are forever ringing in my head. That was so tough.
Like, we have seen how badly Bao has been crying after a few days of crying, but Lily experienced her finding out. So it's not fucking surprising that she doesn't feel very forgiving days after. They are acting as if Cinder just stole some candy from Bao and saying how she's unwilling to listen to a friend. Well, guess what, idiot? She isn't her friend anymore. This is a quote. It has also been said by other VTubers that there is someone in the indie space that if you get on their bad side, they will get you cancelled. Sounding familiar at this point? I don't know, man. All I hear is my brain cells dying as I have to wonder why I even bother explaining shit like this. Like, I could just set up TTS and that would be the entire video. Also, why didn't you tell me who are the other VTubers that have said this? Nano blocking Cinder? I wonder who told her to do that. I really like when it's hearsay with no evidence and it just goes against Cinder, it doesn't prove anything. When can it be used for Cinder? Then it's okay. Also at this point, Operation Exposes Cinder was barely opening up. Second assault of Google Dokies was a bit of time away. And even if Nano just randomly decided to turn on Lily, what would that achieve? Cinder just wanted to talk it out and Nano blocked her. By the time this happened, they all agreed that this was horrible and everybody should know what happened. So why would she talk? What would that change? Yeah, nothing. No anger towards Red proves Lily bad. What? There is no anger towards Red because nobody gives a shit about him. He is just a representative of Cinder and works in her name. He was a fucking employee. Like, I have to be arguing with people that crash out on fast food workers when the fries are fucking soft. Like, what the fuck? If Shy Lily doesn't like you, she will manipulate everybody into hating you. Really now? What is this obsession with Lily anyway? Why are we so obsessed with one girl in this massive cancellation? Oh wait, we need somebody to blame for Cinder's actions. And Lily is both big and was involved at the start when she helped to bring this to light, so... Nano is making Shy Lily's 3.0 model. You know what, just look at this. She made models for so many fucking people, so every one of them, by your logic, hates Cinder, I guess. Because guess what? Nano was one of the best and most wanted artists long before this drama. After book edit, it's crazy that a lot of the Cinder supporters are now essentially claiming that Nano styles belongs to Cinder, and any new models that Nano makes are just stealing from Cinder. This is an absolute fucking insanity. Cinder should lawyer up. Oh, I see it. So now you want your Oshi to turn completely into Logan Paul and sue your critics away. By the way, I kinda wish this would happen because everybody would see the evidence and the counter lawsuit would go so hard. Nano not getting hate even when she agreed to all of it. She was manipulated because she thought she was Cinder's friend for so long, as so many others thought the same. Also, she didn't agree to the exclusivity deal. Lily knew nobody would argue with her if she said Cinder knew about Bao's model being canned, because nobody would dare, since she will get you cancelled if you do, for some reason. No, it's common sense that VTuber monitors what their manager is doing. Also, they were a couple, and how could they just not talk to each other at all? Like, are we just a quiet house here, where we don't talk about work, VTubing, artists? And post the book edit. In the book she said that she and her man were doing nothing but working, so I guess she just never bothered to ask. Nobody asked for that evidence about Cinder knowing about model cancellation. Oh, they did ask, and they did see it, except they didn't show you because Bao felt too bad for Cinder, and knew Cinder could never come back if she showed the public the proof, so she didn't. You have to be a mind reader to be able to know what your manager is doing. Yes, you can become literally a mind reader and ask him to show you chats with artists, chats about business expenses, spending records. All of this is your responsibility to check, to make sure your finances aren't being misused, that your artists are treated well, since he is working with your fucking brand, and what happens to Cinder would happen to anybody else. What is the point of the manager if you have to babysit them and check what they are doing? I'm really confused. This man thinks it's the same amount of time to haggle with a bunch of shit, plan a bunch of shit, prepare shit, type shit, do taxes and shit, just to open the fucking chat and skim through it and just read a few messages that look important. Also, Red was doing so much fucking more than just talking to Nano. He was setting up collabs with other managers, he was working on the Discord, he was the main moderator, recruiter, posting art references, he was doing stream submissions, art contest, he was the second in the fucking command. If you wanted something from Cinder, you came to him. Dealing with sponsorship, business partners, he did so much work that is insignificant. If he fucked up, it wouldn't do much or any damage to Cinder, because missing a collab or a messy art contest or misunderstanding isn't abusing artist, and she would logically wanna be included in how she looked like and not all the other relatively meaningless shit. No other VTuber checks what their manager is doing. Of fucking course they do, like their life's work is in their manager's hands. Bao getting scammed by her manager is somehow similar and she was not hated for it. Yes, and? That go on for years. Was he her boyfriend? Did Bao harass other VTubers like Cinder harassed Silver? Cinder proved she's a crazy stalker with all of the other shit that perfectly fits into the line. And post-book edit is insane of how much evidence she piled on herself. Also, how do you explain Cinder not attempting to reach out to her betrayed friends first? Maybe ask how she should make amends, what do they want from her? But no, she would rather talk in circles for 7 pages and hope some of you eat it up. An update, she realized it's gonna take a lot more pages, so she posted 1000, because 7 isn't enough for effective manipulation. She's bad with apologies. Okay, let me try. I'm sorry for my actions. Here. Infinitely better and she still would be hated, but if this was her apology by then, she could now return to streaming and it would be okay. Like, she took a break, thought about what's important and possibly changed, but as long as that dismissive apology is there, she's still the fucking same. And if Lily was exposed for having a boyfriend, it would be as big of a drama as Cinder's one. Guess what? She might have a boyfriend. She had boyfriends in the past. And what? Bao's crying stream was acting to get sympathy, and this kinda goes to every stream that happened of her friends crying. And the best actors in the world couldn't pull that kind of performance that happened on so many streams. Because they are hostile to Syndra, they obviously want to witch hunt. Sure, they should just forgive Syndra even if she doesn't apologize. Evil shit. Shailili saw an opportunity to get Bao to hate Syndra after the surgery because she will not be feeling good, so she manipulated Bao into hating Syndra. This is so evil to even say, and did Bao also get brainwashed by Lily to say she has proof Syndra knew what Red was doing? Like, makes no fucking sense. Alternate accounts. So when psychopaths kept getting laughed at, they decided to make a burner account, since if you point out that the person who is spreading the conspiracy theories has been doing nothing else but spreading the conspiracy theories for the past 5 months, it kinda makes you look bad and people won't take you seriously. r/true Syndra's fans. This is an echo chamber of a subreddit that was meant for those who believe conspiracy theories, but failed. Camilla with the burn the witch meme. Yeah, that was too strong. It's fair to assume her message was to witch hunt. You know, she was also friends with a lot of people Syndra hurt. The last thing they say is, oh, Syndra hate is so old and what the hate was even about, that we should just move on and let Syndra become a better person. And this would make a bit of a sense if that bitch actually took the fucking blame for it. No bullshit about Red, no bullshit, oh I didn't know, blah 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 blah. No amount of time can change that she isn't sorry about what happened, and it doesn't matter if it's named My Apology if she doesn't fucking apologize. Another pyropup even using Syndra's own manipulation tactics. Yeah, this is just evil harassment and manipulation, just like Yoroshi. Nano did bad shit. And yeah, but she at least apologized, her friends forgave her, and with the amount of proof of how much Syndra and Red were bothering her with the drama, it's understandable. It's crazy how some people claim that she wasn't manipulated at all. Friends response, this was surprising to me because I thought that these lies would be enough to piss off Bao to release the Epstein files that have the evidence Syndra knew about Red sabotaging, but I underestimated how chill everybody is and they will do the best thing and simply ignore and leave Syndra to fade into obscurity on her own. Which just shows how much above and mature they are. Also, a huge defense was Syndra saying how she was painted as an evil monster and how it wasn't so bad. When can you make hours-long compilation of all the people she either betrayed or harassed, talking about it, crying? In total, the numbers would most likely be bigger than her 1000-page long pity baiting, and of course, if you already expected this, a lot of them celebrated how Syndra gave so much evidence and that this entire thing is packed of evidence of Shailili psyop hours after it was dropped. Like they were celebrating, oh yeah, we have the evidence, I was called a liar and everybody else is wrong, I was right, look at this proof, before they even read it. It's like the most telling sign that they just so blindly believe in Syndra, even if everything goes wrong. And also I think it's so fucking evil that Syndra released this when TwitchCon is happening. Syndra said that she doesn't support harassment, but she declared Shailili the one who did everything evil and is the reason Syndra is gone, and considering the amount of death threats Shailili received before Syndra document dropped, and now another batch came, where she specifically told psychopaths it's all Shailili's fault. Like, I can't with this shit. Like, they talk about the harassment Syndra received and how evil it was, but forget that she isn't gonna go outside in a known location right after, and just one crazy guy is enough. Like, VTubing evolved from idol culture, anime and hololive, and let's not forget that basically everybody was blamed for Syndra's cancellation, like Silver is also gonna be there, so in terms of danger, this is specifically worse. And thank God for GamerSub's security, because I wrote this before the Emiru stuff happened, so yeah. Also, there is a big psychological part of we stand with Syndra, the Sparta of the few remaining pyropups. Only the most dedicated are holding back the Persia of haters, and they somehow take pride in being these keyboard warriors like SJWs. It's wild how many memes like that get made. Silver is willing to collab with Shy Lily, so she is evil when she doesn't wanna collab with Cinder. I am a Twitch streamer. I got 2 chatters in total, so if I stalk Cinder and make art of us together, spam her DMs and she doesn't wanna, will that make her evil? I know it's shocking, but VTubers are human who have free will. It's so funny they criticize Nano for not saying no to Cinder, but when somebody does so, they are the evil ones. Shy Lily DM, this is another nothing burger. In short, after Cinder has been spamming Shy Lily's DM for collabs and other bullshit that Shy Lily just didn't care about, so she just ghosted Cinder. And then Cinder asked if everything is okay. And this is again being used as some sort of evidence for something. I am still very confused as to what this means and what this proves. And ever since this book, Cinder's community has become so much more toxic. So much toxic that people delete criticism of Cinder so they won't get stalked and harassed like Cinder stalked Silver Whale. Kicking Red out of his own house to get sympathy. I doubt this happened, but if it did, it really speaks as to how healthy their relationship is. Buff Puff, who apparently worked with Shy Lily on the Psyop conspiracy, lost numbers. When the biggest viewer crash is happening on Twitch, streamers lose numbers. Wow, crazy, unbelievable. It must be true that people are realizing everybody else is evil and Cinder is the good guy. Because people said pyropups are welcome in their community, they are profiting. Oh, I am sure your supporters saying the same shit then just as much guilty. And side note, the only one who really profited was Spike. Cinder didn't get a second/third chance. We are discussing that third chance 5 months after everybody forgot, so no. But this book also has given us a big perspective on why Cinder was so jealous of Silver. And it's because she wanted to be that Sakura Wolf girl and decided not to because of Silver. Even with her ASMR times, she was like that, and even had a sketch of Sakura design, but that is again Cinder's fault for listening to the voices in her head, telling her that she can't be that. If anything, like that could have brought her closer to Silver, and she was already being called a copy, so what would that change? And also, if a new VTurbo popped up, like my version of what I wanna look like, I'm not changing shit, like why would I care? On another update, Cinder no longer has Red as a manager. So we went from he is fired, he's a manager, he's fired again, and now he's just a mod. Yeah. But don't forget, Lily is the evil mastermind. And I wanna move on and forget about the drama while stirring up shit and posting 1000 pages of bullshit. Also, 1000 pages are intentionally super long, so that most people won't read it. It could easily be 100 or even 50 pages, so when people say
That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them.
Then it's easy to just ignore and say shit that if you can't take 2 days of your life to read a bunch of slop, it somehow invalidates your opinion. Like reading this could genuinely be used as a punishment in the game. Not to mention the constant victim baiting, emotional manipulation, etc. Stream was again ironic to hear how she wants to move on and not hate others and shit, after linking the first flame, continuing the cycle of hate and controversy when just not addressing it at all would be so much better in terms of not spreading hate, and directly calling Shy Lily a liar, with countless others being dragged into the Google Doci, documenting her stalking of Silver Whale and Shy Lily. It's just that Cinder's actions speak so much louder than her mouth. Conclusion: if you believe Cinder was in the wrong, you can be even more sure with the amount of contradictions, the stalker behavior, the accusation about Shy Lily being evil and a liar with no evidence to all of it. If you already believe these conspiracy theories, then Cinder just agreed with you and gave you the official version. If you hoped she could change, you will be disappointed. And if you just want her to forget the drama and come back to streaming, you somewhat got it. And if you are questioning why now, It's because platforms will assume you as inactive after 6 months, and that would mean no money, so the meme of rent is due is Cinder's reality. Also, I seriously doubt the highly moderated Twitch chat, subs only of course. The narrative that everybody hates her out of jealousy, Red being her manager again, no collapse, is gonna be the atmosphere you once knew. Also, I hope I showed that all of the theories existed before Cinder's book, and she just wrote them down and repeated them back at pyropups. This Google Docie is a declaration of war on Shy Lily, with no evidence and is the definition of rage baiting, starting drama for attention. And don't read it, it's not worth the ones and zeros it's written in. Instead do something Cinder couldn't and move on. And I will possibly make a response depending on how entertaining the comment section is gonna be. And Cinder's stream wasn't authentic because there wasn't a bar pyropups had to fill with gifted subs, or she doesn't come back.
Santa Claus is real. He's real because we cannot prove he is not. As to anyone who believes in Santa, no scientific evidence in the world can prove otherwise. Yes, you can follow the serial numbers on toys back to factories in China. Ha! Just a trick to fool the unfaithful. You can send scores of men and women and machines to scour the North Pole and find no evidence of any large-scale production facility manned by elves. Ha! It's invisible! You can set up cameras in every home and watch as parents sneak through at night and place presents under the tree with no evidence of any jolly fat man squeezing down a chimney. Ha! He knows about the cameras, and he's done all this just to trick you. But what about all the children in countries that don't celebrate Christmas? Ha! He only gives to the deserving who believe in their hearts. I didn't get a present from Santa. Ha! You're on the naughty list, probably because of putting the cameras in everyone's house kind of thing. In other words, you cannot ever convince a conspiracy theorist that they are wrong. Regardless of what barriers you tear down, they will always just lift up the goalposts and run with them, finding deeper and deeper holes to crawl into and pointing out that the existence of any hole invalidates your so-called evidence. Santa Claus is magic, and your science cannot explain that.
Oh, trust me, chat, the conspiracies are true. It's okay. Let's just use them as facts.